Gela is a city in the region of Sicily, the largest for area and population in the island southern coast. It is part of the Caltanissetta province, founded by Greek colonists from Rhodes and Crete in 689 BC. Gelas was the most influential polis in Sicily between the 7th and 6th centuries. In 1943, Gela was the first Italian beach reached by allies during the invasion of Sicily from the Allies. The area of Gela dates back to prehistoric times between the 3rd and 2nd millennium BC.
The city was founded around 688 BC by the Greeks. The city was named after the river Gela, in the south of what is now Italy. Gela flourished, and after only a century, a group of Geloi founded the colony of Agrigento. The expansion, however, led to economic and social strain. For over a century, no further mention is made about the internal politics of the city, until the ancient historian note that a tyrant, Clinder, ruled Gela between 505 BC and 498 BC. After his death, power transferred to his brother Hippocrates. Only Syracuse managed to escape the Gelese expansion. Hippocrates intervened to wage war against Syracuse. The tyrant lost his life in 491 in a battle against the Siculi, the native Sicilian people.
After Hippocrates' ruled, his brother Hero was given control of Gela. When the Iron of Agrigento conquered Himera and the Carthaginian army disembarked in Sicily to counter him, he asked for help from Gela and Syracuse. Gelone and Hero were victorious in the subsequent Battle of Himera, in which the Carthaginian leader Hamilcar lost his life. After the death of Gelone, 478 BC, Hero moved to Syracuse, leaving Gela to Polythelos. The time for the history of the city becomes uncertain. Many of the Geloi returned from Syracuse in this period, and the city regained part of its power. Aeschylus stayed in the city in 456 BC. Gela was at the head of the Sicilian League that pushed back the Athenian attempt to conquer the island in 450 BC. In 406, the Carthaginians conquered Agrigento and destroyed it. Gela asked for the help of Dionysius of Syracuse. Gela was ruined and its trash sacked 405. The city.
In 387, the returned Roman joined Dionysius II in his struggle for freedom, the invaders, and in 383 BC they saw their independence on a legend. Under Agathocles, the city suffered again from internal strife between a general population and the aristocrats. When the Carthaginians arrived in 311 BC, they met little resistance and captured the city with the help of the Aristoi. In 282 BC, Finches of Agrigento had founded the city next to present Delicata, destroyed Gela to crush its power forever. However, this assertion seemed to be refuted by a careful reading of the sources that were the colonists the Mammites as the real destroyers of the city in 287 BC.
The city subsequently disappeared from the chronicles. Under Roman rule, a small settlement still existed. In Roman times, the fertile plains around the city were mainly used for growing wheat, so that Gela became the granary of Rome. The later city was founded in AD 1253 by Frederick II by the name Terranova until 1928. The new settlement was west of the ancient Gela and was provided with a castle and a line of walls. In medieval times, Frederick II of Swabia founded on sites of Gela a new walled city, providing it with a castle and a port in order to better control costs.
Because of its economic and military importance, Gela was affirmed by the sovereign as a state city, directly dependent on the crown and classifying it as the second biggest city in Sicily after the capital Palermo. In 1927, the city was renamed Gela. In World War II, during the Allied invasion of Sicily in July 1943, the U.S. First Infantry Division landed on the beaches on 9 July 1943. The Allied forces repelled an Italian and German armored counterattack at Gela. After the war, a large oil refinery was built in Gela's territory as a part of Eni's industrial expansion plan in South Italy. In 2014, the refinery closed down.
The Torre di Manfred, the Greek Acropolis, the Regional Archaeological Museum, the archaeological site of Caposoprano, Zona Sacra, including the basement of 3 Greek temples of 1 and 8 meters Doric cubes, remains of an Heroic Emporium Ebb. The cathedral, dedicated to the Holy Virgin, was built in 1766 over a pre-existing spalcrange. It has 2 ordered facades with Doric and Ionic semicubes, the interior with the nave and 2 aisles. Houses of wood with the transit of the Virgin by Deodato Guidaccia and other 18th century scavanesses. The Castelluccio, built in the early 15th century in the located 10 kilometers. Natural reserve of Bibiera di Gela, including Arcos Lake and Torre di Manfred.